Where does Turok Dinosaur Hunter come into the story? Turok Dinosaur Hunter was right time, right place. I had already spent hundreds of hours directing motion capture at Acclaim, mostly pressure testing and building methodologies. So when Paul Samulski, the VP of Product Development, assigned me to work with Iguana Studios to direct the motion capture of Turok, I was elated. The funny thing was that I wasn't familiar with the Turok properties at that time, but even just the concept was kick-ass, a Native American who hunts dinosaurs. And Iguana Studios was one of the best development studios Acclaim had. I walked out of that first meeting and knew there was massive potential. You also helped to implement Gollum in The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. What was the process like? How did you transform the 5 foot 7 inch Andy Serkis into an ancient, gnarled 4 foot halfling? Peter Jackson was deep into The Lord of the Rings The Fellowship when he saw Gollum test footage from the Weta animation team. That's when he reached out to me. He had seen the footage from Final Fantasy The Spirits Within and wanted to know if there was a way I could do a motion capture test to determine if he could use the motion capture methodology to drive the Gollum puppet. I met with Andy Serkis, who was primarily hired for a short period of time to do Gollum's voice acting, and we immediately started to experiment with Andy in a motion capture suit. We pulled together some test footage, and when we presented it to Peter, it was clear that this was going to be the new tool set for Weta to create realistic human characters. I expanded the motion capture studio, building the infrastructure and pipeline to quickly move the data through the facility. I also built up the motion editing team to handle more data. Over 65 hours of motion capture data were used in The Lord of the Rings The Two Towers, including much of the Battle of Helm's Deep and the orcs and ents. But the star was Gollum Smeagol. To build an environment that fostered the kind of character building that Andy Serkis was exploring, I utilized the Acclaim motion capture system, which allowed for real-time visualization. We were watching Gollum in real time on a screen and speaking to Gollum, and Gollum would react.